Oath. Upanishads are receptacles of ancient Indian wisdom. The valuable knowledge created by those rishis and gurus is meant to benefit the mankind. Taittiriya Upanishad contains very interesting and useful advice from the Guru to Shishya at the time of leaving the Gurukula after the completion of his education. The advice is in the form of simple sentences addressed to the student. In this program of oath taking, we will follow an interesting format. I request you to play two roles, the role of the Guru and the role of the Sishya. When I read out a sentence, let the Guru in you pronounce that sentence addressed to the Sishya in you, and let the Sishya listen with complete attention and respect. The text is supplied to you in Devanagari and Kannada scripts. Let us begin. When I read out, let your pronouncements be dear and audible. Speak the truth. When I repeat, when I say speak the truth, you have to say speak the truth. Please say speak the truth. Then Satyam Vada. Please repeat Satyam Vada. Yeah. Live righteously. Swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam.
Satyam Vada. Live righteously. Dharmam Chara.
Yeah, Dharmam Chara. Yeah, do not stop self-learning and scholarly discourse. Swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam. Yeah. Love your mother as God. Matrudevo bhava. Adore your father as God. Pitrudevo bhava. Respect your teacher as God. Acharya devo bhava. Honor your guest as God. Atiti devo bhava. Do not cut the human chain of God's creation. Prajatantum ma vyavacchetsihi. If you have something to give, please give that with faith. Yat kinchit deyam tat shraddhaya deyam. Give not without faith. Ashraddhaya nadeyam. Give with grace. Shriyadeyam. Give with humility. Hriyadeyam. Give with understanding. Samvidadeyam. This is command. Yesha adeshaha. This is instruction. Yesha Upadeshaha. Yeah. Dear students, hearty congratulations. You have become the graduates of SIT. You may now please be seated. Ashte. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I request the respected Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Shivkumaraya, to introduce the Chief Guest, Dr. Sharma, and invite him for the graduation ceremonial address.
Good afternoon to all of you. I seek the blessings of our founder, President of Sri Siddhganga Education Society, His Holiness Dr. Sheshi Shivkumar Swamiji, and submit my reverential pranams at the lotus feet of His Holiness Sri Siddhalinga Swamiji, President, Sri Siddhganga Education Society, and Chairman, Governing Council, SIT, dignitaries on the dais, and friends. I am happy to introduce Professor S.C. Sharma Sir, Director, NAC, Bangalore. Professor S.C. Sharma is a distinguished educationist, researcher of par excellence, an able administrator, an enlightened technocrat, a versatile musician, and a man with missionary zeal to serve the society with relentless devotion. He is an honorary distinguished professor in the Center of Energy, Indian Institute of Technology, Guwahati. He is a distinguished advisor for many academic institutions and academic bodies across the country. He has served as the Vice Chancellor of Chhattisgarh Swami Vivekananda Technical University and Vice Chancellor of Tumkur University. He has also served as Vice Chairman of Karnataka State Higher Education Council and Visiting Scientist, Department of Aerospace, Indian Institute of Science. During 2003-04, he was an adjunct professor at Leonard C. Nelson College of Engineering, Institute of Technology, West Virginia University, and he was senior scientist in the College of Engineering and Applied Science, University of Wisconsin, Milwaukee, USA for 5 years. His distinction as an academician and administrator has brought laurels to him in the form of many positions on various boards of the state governments, research institutions, and institutions of national importance. He was a member of the Karnataka State Planning Board, honorary advisor to Sir Dorabji Tata Trust, member of the Advisory Committee of the Indian Institute of Dalit Studies, New Delhi. He was a member of search panels for selecting Vice Chancellors for central and state universities. He is a member of Indian Ranking Society, IRS, New Delhi, Indian National Commission for Cooperation with UNESCO, New Delhi. True to his eminence, he served in prominent bodies such as advisor of External Research Advisory Committee of IIT Guwahati, Assam. He is a member of Ethics Committee of All India Institute of Speech and Hearing, Mysuru. He is a member of Task Force for Framing Operational Strategies and Roadmap with Financial Implementation of National Education Policy 2020 for Arunachal Pradesh. He is a member Society for Professional Ethics and Management, Bangalore, member of Medical Advisory Council, National Medical Commission, New Delhi, life member, Institute for Social and Economic Change, Bangalore. He also holds the Doctor of Law from the prestigious National Law School of India, University, Bangalore. Research. Professor Sharma Sir has made significant contribution to the field of research. He has successfully completed many research projects with the support of funding organizations like ISRO, DST, CABS, CSIR, ADA, DBT, GTRE, LRDE, NRB, UGC, AICTE, and others. His latest research areas include photoluminescence of nanophosphorus, thermoluminescence, photocatalytic studies of radioactive nanomaterials, sensors for phenolic compounds, hydroquinone, melamine, dopamine, paracetamol, folic acid, dosimetry, and advanced forensic applications of nanomaterials. Professor Sharma Sir has published over 351 research papers, written 18 books, and secured 6 patents to his credits. His publications have earned him over 7,600 citations with H-index of 46 from Scopus. Our principal has mentioned our total citations exceeded only 8,000. Professor Sharma sir alone has 7,600 citations to his credit, and also H-index is 46. Professor Sharma sir has authored 2 books along with Nobel laureates. Professor Sharma sir has created many research cells and centers besides creating facilities in various institutions. He has set up incubation centers and forged alliance with many industries, academic bodies and NGOs for the betterment of the community and student stakeholders. Professor Sharma sir has delivered more than 100 keynote addresses at both national and international fora and has inspired 1 million minds to contribute for the betterment of the nation. In the recent global survey conducted by Stanford University, USA, the name of Professor Sharma sir has been listed as world top 2% scientists from India. Now his work in NAC. As the director of NAC, Professor Sharma has ushered in a new era of assessment and accreditation process in the country. With the guidance of Ministry of Education, UGC and the teamwork of NAC officials, he has given new impetus to quality assurance by ushering in ICT-enabled assessment and accreditation process with customized manuals and methodology for universities and other academic institutions. It may not be out of place if I mention, before Sharma sir took over as director of NAC, only the NAC accreditation was not based on ICT. Only if one is good at writing, then they could have got good grades. And I have observed the institutions which have secured A plus in the world format, they are relegated to B plus in the second cycle. Now that speaks of quality. NAC, under the stewardship of Professor Sharma sir, has established linkages with many national and international bodies for excellent coordination and mutual sharing and learning. Now, other services of Sharma sir, he has been propagating anti-alcoholism, salvaging thousands of victims of the dreaded menace by conducting mass program for functional literacy for the rural poor. He has rehabilitated 2,000 spastics, leprosy-cured children, sexually abused and deserted women through his time-tested, proven scientifically award simplex educational modules. He has infused Gandhian ideology into the hearts of gullible masses through well-planned adult education program. Professor Sharma sir has represented India at the first forum of Global Network of Religions for Children organized by Arigato Foundation, Tokyo, Japan in May 2000, and at the second forum in Geneva, Switzerland in May 2004, and effectively delineated the action program for the education of the underprivileged children of the world, which has received special attention by the United Nations for possible adoption in global educational policy making for children. He has established training, research and education endeavor, that is TREE Foundation, to promote education and training on need-based modules. Awards. Professor Sharma sir received many awards and accolades. I name a few only here. Professor Sharma sir is the recipient of UGC Career Award, UGC National Fellowship and a Giant Tata Scholar. He has 10 doctoral conferments based on his research work from various universities including Mysore University and Deakin University, Australia. He is conferred with honoris causa from 9 government universities. Professor Sharma sir has been conferred with honorary fellowship by Karnataka Science and Technology Academy in 2020. He is the recipient of the prestigious International Thermac 2013 Distinguished Award at Las Vegas, USA. He has received Karnataka Rajyotsava Award, National Integration Award from the Universal Spiritual Awareness Organization, New Delhi, Dr. Rajaramanna Award from KSCST. Considering Professor S.C. Sharma's contribution to the field of education, research and social development, the Department of Social Welfare, Government of Karnataka has honored him with Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Award during 2005, Babu Jagjeevan Ram Award during 2007, Aryabhatta International Award in 2011. Professor Sharma sir is also a distinguished musician. He has been recognized for his excellence and proficiency in the field of music through recognitions like Artist of the Year by Bangalore Gayan Samaja, the prestigious Karnataka Kalashri Award for Excellence in Music, and Gana Kalashri Award for his contribution to the field of music. Now I made it short, sir, but actually it is voluminous. This is the brief biodata of our chief guest, Professor Sharma sir. Now may I request Professor Sharma sir to deliver the graduation ceremonial address.
Most revered Sri Sri Siddhalinga Swamigalu of Sri Siddhaganga Mutt and President of Sri Siddhaganga Education Society, Dr. M.N. Channabasappa sir, Director SIT, Dr. S.V. Dinesh sir, Principal, Dr. Shivkumar sir, Chief Executive Officer, Heads of the Departments, Professors, teaching fraternity and administrative staff of SIT, stakeholders of the institution, dignitaries on dais, media, representatives, ladies and gentlemen, and T.K. Nanjundappa sir, Secretary, Siddhaganga Education Society. It gives great pleasure to be here as chief guest on this auspicious occasion of the 11th graduation day of the Siddhaganga Institute of Technology. My hearty congratulations to all the graduates and medal winners. I deem it my privilege to address this august gathering. There is a beautiful Subhashita in Sanskrit, Vidyakshayam yasyati kaparyat subuddha mula nipatanti padapaha jalam jalasthana gatam cha shishkati hutam cha dattam cha tataiva tishtati, meaning with the passage of time even the knowledge will get eroded, big trees uprooted, lakes, rivers and such other water sources get drained, but good deeds and acts of righteousness will remain forever. This is what is the big foundation laid by the forefathers of Siddhaganga Education Society, and we must remember with gratitude Sri Sri Dr. Shivkumar Mahaswamiji. In fact, the Taittiriya Upanishad of 15 commandments, which was just read now, that was sung by Sri Bharat Ratna late M.S. Subbulakshmi in the United Nations, and people turned back to India with a good reference and note of gratitude for the ancient wisdom that our great country possesses. Today, by mastering the anxieties of our times through the tools of innovative education, we must try to eradicate the miseries of the mankind. The sufferings have gone in a lot for 1 year. Many people have died, and education was the most hit. The hospitals was the most flooded with misery, suffering. So with human suffering, how do we come out of it? It's a very big surmise and a question mark. So also, most of the education institutions were closed because of the virus. And by God's grace and with the great efforts of such mutts like Siddhaganga Mutt, people have crossed the bridge and come out of the suffering. And you're all here receiving the degrees. And I'm sure God will bless you in all your endeavor. One of the main features of the post-COVID era is the gap between the digitization and digitally enhanced learning and teaching. We have been talking about online education, distance education. The mode of distance education is quite different from online education, while the digitization and digitalization has really taught us a great lesson. COVID has taught us a great lesson. Therefore, we have the online education and hybrid education. This will be the order of the day in future. I think this pandemic has opened a window of opportunities for higher education institutions to engage closely with society. Why? Why do we have to closely network and have an interaction with the society? And it should have a resilient society, which means to say the resilience and robustness in our society and to the system of education in the deep influence of spiritual aspects and religious muds. This is what Swami the Vivekananda and Ramakrishna Paramahamsa were always mentioning about the spiritual aspects, and Swami Chidananda in one of his books has written how the religious muds have propagated and helped the resilience and robustness. Ever since the social revolution created by Vachana Kranti, led by Kayaka Yogi Basavanna, Allama Prabhu, and many other luminaries, the religious muds inspired by the tenets of Vachana Andolana have established world-class educational institutions with unparalleled academic ambience of Gurukula system, marvelous infrastructure, attracting best brains from academics, etc., which are free from all commercial interests for the complete alleviation of people from the stratum of the society, thereby connecting its grassroots. With the blessings of Paramapujya Shivaradhya, Dr. Sri Sri Shivakumaram Swamiji, this Siddhaganga Institute of Technology has been serving the society, leading to the path of enlightenment for more than 5 decades. The following Vachana of Basaveshwara personifies the vision and mission of this institution. Ivanarava nendenisatiraiyya, Ivanammava endenisayya, Kudala Sangama Deva, Nimma Maneya Maganendenisayya. It is enthralling to see that today Siddhaganga Institute of Technology is offering 13 UG and 12 PG programs and other research centers, which just now the Honorable Principal explained and gave a brief note. I recall the Vachana of Sri Siddhalingeshwara, which is relevant and showcases the contribution of this great mutt. Bhavatimira Ajnanadinda Muskikondu ಕಾಣಬಾರದೆ ಇದ್ದ ಕಣ್ಣಂಗೆ ಜ್ಞಾನವೆಂಬ ಅಂಜನವಿಕ್ಕಿ ಶಿವಪಥವಿದೆಂದು ತೋರಿದ ಸದ್ಗುರು ದೇವಂಗೆ ನಮೋ ನಮೋ ಎಂಬೆನಯ್ಯ ಮಹಾಲಿಂಗ ಗುರುಸಿದ್ಧ ಶಿವಸಿದ್ಧೇಶ್ವರ ಪ್ರಭುವೆ. It is pertinent to mention that the spirit of inquisitiveness, urge for innovativeness and adherence to the social service shall be the paramount choices of the graduating students. My dear students, apart from getting the degree, this is just a passport to enter your real-time life, but have the principles of national unity and allegiance to your own motherland. I would like to congratulate this prestigious institution on what it has been able to do during 5 decades. Despite its many challenges, I think this is entirely due to the broad and visionary outlook of the erstwhile pontiff, Dr. Sri Sri Shivakumara Swamiji, and the present pontiff, Sri Sri Siddhalinga Swamigalu, including team of dedicated teaching fraternity, which gave full scope to the students to pursue with confidence in all technical and allied subjects. I have witnessed, when I was the principal of RV College of Engineering, Siddhaganga Institute of Technology is a university by itself. Just now, the principal, honorable principal mentioned that we should go in for a deemed to be university. This can very easily be translated and converted into a university, and it has been doing the job of the university. I wholeheartedly congratulate the management and teaching fraternity of Siddhaganga Institute of Technology. Prabhudevaru and Siddharamaya Devaru of 12th century, Krishiya Madi, Unnade Hasivu Ariva Pari Innento, Karma Yogava Madade, Nirmala Suchittavarige, ಪರಿ ಇನ್ನೆಂತು ಬೇಯದ ಆಶನವುಂಬ ಠಾವಾವುದು ಕಪಿನ ಸಿದ್ಧ ಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾರ್ಜುನ ಲಿಂಗಕ್ಕೆ. ದಿ ಗ್ರೇಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ನೀಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಟುಡೇ is to change and how new perspectives in the system of education, thanks to national education policy, which has heralded epoch-making new era in the country in the future, not only by honing the skills and talents of young generation for the global career opportunity, and of course you will have to be the Vishwa Guru, and with our ancient wisdom of yoga, Ayurveda, Sanskrit, etc., and with the technical input, we can be the global leader. And never forget the impact of Bharatiyata on us, and we'll have to have a different strategy, a multi-pronged strategy to achieve this. And the social dimension is most paramount, and in this regard, Siddhaganga Institute of Technology has contributed immensely to the society as well as to the state in the multi-pronged activities. I firmly believe it has strictly treaded the path of social inclusiveness, and this can be seen in the mutt. And once the Vachana of Basavanna encompasses the image and spiritual intent of SIT as here under. ಮಾಡಿದನೆಂಬುದು ಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಳೆದಡೆ ಏಡಿಸಿ ಕಾಡಿತ್ತು ಶಿವನ ಢಂಗುರ, ಮಾಡಿದನೆನ್ನದಿರ ಲಿಂಗಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಿದನೆನ್ನದಿರ ಜಂಗಮಕ್ಕೆ. ಮಾಡಿದನೆಂಬುದು ಮನದಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲದಿದ್ದಡೆ ಬೇಡಿತ್ತ ನೀವನು ಕೂಡಲ ಸಂಗಮ ದೇವ. Before concluding, I would like to throw light on the post-COVID situation, which has prompted the use of digital technology for accelerated transformational growth of education system. Shankaracharya, in one of the shlokas, he says, Gurorangri padme manaschenna lagne. Shadangadi, he says, tatahkim, 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 which means to say that who is a guru? Co-guru, who is a guru? In Karnataka University, the emblem says that Arive Guru. Guru is well within yourself and the transformation takes place. This is just a conduit of rigorous education for a period of 4 months. The government has initiated several steps for infrastructural development, health, research, education during this post-COVID era. Our economy has witnessed private sector participation in research and related areas. I am sure with this onset of the coronavirus and onset of digitization both together, there will be a blast in the higher education, and the gross enrollment ratio would definitely come up and the nation would improve. I once again express my heartfelt thanks to all the dignitaries and authorities of Siddhaganga Institute of Technology for inviting me for this event. I wish all the young graduates of Siddhaganga Institute of Technology for the success in their future endeavor. Namaste. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you, sir. Now I pray His Holiness Sri Sri Siddhalinga Swamiji to kindly deliver the benediction and shower his blessings on us.
ಜ್ಞಾನದ ಬಲದಿಂದ ಅಜ್ಞಾನದ ಕೇಡು ನೋಡಯ್ಯ, ಜ್ಯೋತಿಯ ಬಲದಿಂದ ತಮಂದದ ಕೇಡು ನೋಡಯ್ಯ, ಪುರುಷದ ಬಲದಿಂದ ಅವಲೋಹದ ಕೇಡು ನೋಡಯ್ಯ, ಸತ್ಯದ ಬಲದಿಂದ ಅಸತ್ಯದ ಕೇಡು ನೋಡಯ್ಯ, ಕೂಡಲ ಸಂಗನ ಶರಣರ ಅನುಭಾವದಿಂದ ಎನ್ನ ಭವದ ಕೇಡು ನೋಡಯ್ಯ. ಬಸವಾದಿ ಪರಮತರನ್ನು ಎನ್ನ ಆರಾಧ್ಯ ಗುರುದೇವರನ್ನು ಹನುಮಂದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಕ್ತಿಯಿಂದ ಸ್ಮರಣೆಗೈಯುತ್ತಾ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ S. C. ಶರ್ಮಾಜಿ, Chief Guest of the graduation ceremony, Shri T. K. Nirnappa, Honorable Secretary SSCS, Dr. M. N. Channabasappa, Director SIT, Dr. Shivkumaraya, CEO, Dr. S. V. Dinesh, Principal, distinguished members of the Governing Council and Academic Council, invitees, my dear graduate students, and their respected parents and media persons. I am delighted to participate in the 11th graduation ceremony of Siddhanga Institute of Technology under the autonomous system. This graduation ceremony is organized in a different mode, that is virtual mode due to COVID-19 pandemic, and we are missing the physical presence of students and their parents for sharing each one's success and exchange of ideas. In spite of unprecedented destruction of lives and livelihoods due to the COVID-19, the whole world is now in a reset mode. Graduation ceremony is a festive and joyful occasion for the graduating students and their parents. This special occasion celebrates reaching of a milestone in the form of recognition of a hard-earned degree by young students, which they will cherish as they march on their lives. So it is befitting that they are commemorating the road that they have all traveled together these last 5 years. Dear graduating students, today is a special moment in your life and deserve applaud for your achievements. I congratulate all the graduate students and those who received the gold medals, cash awards, and certificates. Your parents deserve special congratulations as they have contributed immense over the 2 decades for your success. You owe a lot of them and look after them with affection and with honor till their last breath. Your faculty and staff members have also contributed to your success and they also deserve congratulations. It is heartening to note that the 50% of the medals are won by the girls and it reflects their potential. Hearty congratulations to them. According to a recent survey, the enrollment of girls in engineering technical institutes across the country is about 20%. I am happy to learn that the enrollment of girls in SIT is about 39%. This increase in enrollment is really a rich tribute to Vishwaguru, Sri Basaveshwara and Sharanas of 12th century for their epoch-making contributions for the cause of women and also to First Lady Teacher of India and Mother of Indian Feminism, Srimati Savitribai Phule, who struggled, sacrificed and contributed to the women empowerment in the 19th century. I wish this 39% should become 50%. I am happy to learn that amidst the pandemic wave across the country and global economic slowdown, SIT has witnessed a good placement. The students of 1920 have worked hard and their hard work bore fruits in the form of 805 job offers from 140 companies. Out of 805 offers, 66 offers carried a salary of package of 10 lakhs per annum, the premium salary being rupees 29 lakhs. The students of 2021 batch have garnered 812 offers from 100 companies and is record. I am also happy to learn that the placement process for 21-22 batch has already been commenced. I am also very happy to learn that Amazon has selected 3 candidates, each for the salary package of rupees 33 lakhs, 22 lakhs and 18 lakhs. Already 133 students have got offers with a salary package of 7+ lakhs from other companies. Appreciation is due to the efforts of the Department of Placement, faculty and staff members for their efforts in enabling the students to be successful in the campus selection process. I am happy to note that SIT has a strong alumni network of 35,000 plus working in India and across the globe, among whom there are entrepreneurs, corporate leaders, academicians, researchers, administrators, and also members of State Assembly and Parliament. Recently, Shri Bhagavat Kuba has been inducted into Union Cabinet as Minister of State for Chemicals and Fertilizers, New and Renewable Energy. I am also happy to learn that another alumnus, Dr. Anil Agarwal, 1984 graduate, is a Rajya Sabha member. The alumni of SIT are a great source of inspiration for the students studying at present. The students should effectively use the expertise of alumni and excel in their profession. Dear graduate students, India and the world are awaiting you to make valuable contributions for the development of the society. I understand that a majority of the graduate students are aspiring to join the productive workforce of India, wherein 65% of the population is below the age of 35 years. And we need to realize the potential of youth population for the nation building. This is possible only when they are motivated and trained properly, and most importantly, when they are healthy and fit. To be healthy and fit, the youth should come out of sedentary lifestyle and should take part in regular physical activities and yoga practice, and this is also highly essential in the present pandemic situation. All of us should support Fit India movement launched by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji with a view to make fitness an integral part of our daily lives and to build a healthy nation, healthy India. I recall the saying of the father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi ji, "It is health that is real wealth, and not pieces of gold and silver." A couple of days ago, I read a newspaper item under the caption, "Indians Shining in America," in which it was reported that the citizens of Indian origin and Indian immigrants in America are leading in all spheres, including education, income, and profession. This has been revealed in the recently released Census of America. The average income of an Indian origin family is $123,000, while that of local American family is $63,922. The main reason for the prosperity of Indians is attributable to Indian culture, such as providing good education to children, saving to families' future, living in self-esteem in front of others in society, coupled with hard working and high reliability. Always remember that you are the inheritors of the great Indian culture and wisdom, the promoters of our values, and follow the set paths of our fellow Indians in America. National Education Policy 2020 aims to making India a global knowledge superpower, that is Vishwaguru, once again, and promises a paradigm shift in our education. It has provided ample opportunity to higher education institutes to pursue skill-based education and research at the undergraduate level. I am happy to learn that being an autonomous institute, SIT has already introduced the salient features of NEP, such as research component and mandatory industrial training in its curriculum. I am happy to learn that SIT is among the 49 engineering institutions across the country selected to establish AICTE Idea Lab. This lab aims at providing the students the 21st century skills such as critical thinking, problem solving, collaboration, and multidisciplinary research emphasized in the NEP 2020. Dear graduates, all along your careers in corporate world and entrepreneurial ventures, you need to uphold the strong value system and practice lifelong self-learning. The science and technology are fast growing, and in this connection, I recall the saying of our Guruji, His Holiness Dr. Shri Shivakumar Swamiji. The saying is, "Yesterday's relevance is today's obsolescence, and today's relevance is tomorrow's obsolescence." Therefore, you need to keep abreast of the technological developments on a continuous basis. Siddhaganga Institute of Technology has nurtured you well to become engineers and managers. Always remember your alma mater, visit it regularly, interact with the students studying in the institute, and guide them with your expertise. You also give your suggestions for the development of the institute. We rejoice hearing about your progress. My dear students, whatever you do and wherever you are, please remember that you are the ambassadors of SIT. We expect all SITians should be known not only for high technical competence, but also for impeccable honesty, sterling character. I am sure that all of you will keep the SIT flag flying high. Dear graduating students, let me reiterate that this graduation ceremony is not the end, but it is the beginning of the bright new future. Wish you all the best. Let us not wait for the events to unfold. Let us prepare ourselves to make them happen. The sayings of great engineer and visionary of the nation, Bharat Ratna Sir M. Visvesvaraya, is relevant for the youths leaving the portals of the institution. When a young man leaves the institution after a course of training, he should be clean in speech and habits, with a correct sense of patriotism, loyalty to the country, aptitude for initiative, love for self-help, appreciation of the value of time, respect for law and order, and a knowledge of the value of right thinking and right living, sufficiently well equipped to fall into a position in some business or other and be able to support himself. You please always remember these words of Sir M. Visvesvaraya, and they are very important for engineers, architects and managers. Professor Sharma ji is a great devotee of Siddhaganga Mutt and an ardent disciple of our Guruji. Sharma ji has developed Tumkur University from scratch to the present stature. Under his stewardship, Tumkur University has flourished and carved a niche for itself among the universities and higher education institutions. He deserves appreciation for the same. Sharma ji has also brought sea change in assessment and accreditation process in NAC. I pray Almighty God to shower divine blessings on Sharma ji to serve the higher education in the country in many more coveted positions for many more years. I conclude my address with a quote of Chanakya: "Education is the best friend. An educated person is respected everywhere. Education beats the beauty and the youth." Once again, may I take this opportunity to wish all the young graduates of Siddhaganga Institute of Technology a great future, and may God bless you all to realize your dreams. Thank you one and all.
Now I request the respected chairman, His Holiness Sri Sri Siddhalinga Swamiji, to officially declare the ceremony dissolved.
I declare this graduation ceremony dissolved.
All are requested to rise for the national anthem. Let me please make an announcement. After the national anthem, I request the rank holders and medal winners to kindly go on the stage for a group photo. After the group photo, please come and occupy your seats till the procession leaves. National anthem now.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उत्कल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभाशिष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Thank you.